There are people who project like they are very good, they are very nice, they are very kind, and when you see their behavior, you'll find that what they are saying and what they are doing, this is like two different people, or two, they're like opposite personality. Hello everyone. In my previous videos, I have discussed the questions with respect to personality in 2018, etc. Now, today we'll be discussing the questions which came in the year of 2017. Okay, now the question in your screens are: can we do justice to measuring personality by projective and objective tests? Now, in my previous slides also, I have discussed about this question. Nothing much. Why? Because if you see the name itself, objective and projective. Now, what is objective? Now, objective test comprises of where you have like validity of the data. You can okay. So there is more of objectivity here. There is validity of data over here. Other than that, you will find there is more of practicality. There is more of quantifiable data. So what is happening is, in objective test, all this thing, the approach is very limited, and it could be analyzed and practically checked. Now, when it comes to projective test, what is projective test? Projective test means you will find that there is a reflection of unconscious mind. There is a reflection of unconscious mind. That means what I am thinking in my unconscious mind, what was there, what kind of, there are people who project like they are very good, they are very nice, they are very kind, and when you see their behavior, you'll find that what they are saying and what they are doing, this is like two different people, or two, they're like opposite personality. What I mean to say is that projective test is more of reflection of unconscious mind. It is more of a reflection of thoughts. It's more of the cognitive thinking. Fine. So, can we do justice to measuring personality by projective test and objective test? So, this is what is going to happen. Objective test is going to deal with this. Projective test is going to deal with it. I'm just giving you, the note how you are going to approach the question. You definitely you have to make your answer better by, giving more fuel to it. So that's your thing, but I'm here to discuss like how you are going to approach the question. So this is how you are going to approach the question. You know about it, that means what is projective test, what is objective test, then you actually can deal with it. Fine. Now moving to the next question. The next question says that how do we explain self-defeating behavior of a person from humanistic perspective? Now this is very important. Why? Because they are talking about self-defeating behavior. Of what? Of humanistic perspective. Right? So what is happening is self-defeating behavior of a person from humanistic perspective. Now what is self-defeating behavior? That means how you are defeating yourself. That means how your self is just getting so down. Why? Because from the perspective, from the humanistic perspective. Now if you remember, I told you like there's Maslow hierarchy of need, then there is like questions like what is the ultimate purpose of life, why do we have, why have we got life, etc. So in this, what happens is, there are people, who kind of encounter these questions, that what is even the purpose of living, and um, you come here in this world, and you try to compete so hard, you try to achieve everything, and there are people, who have achieved like into 10 times what you are even thinking about. So ultimately what's happening, so this question is actually talking about that, can you explain the self-defeating behavior which is coming from the humanistic perspective. So as I told you that there was this Carl Rogers perspective also, there is Maslow's hierarchy of need also. In Maslow's hierarchy of need, the needs have been actually mentioned in a manner where they say that first it is something you have to satisfy your physiological needs, then you have to go to the next level, then you have to think about the job, then you have to think about social acceptance, etc. Now the point is that not necessarily that every person is going to go about the life in the similar manner. Now when people are not going to go about life in the similar manner, then what's happening? Now see what's happening. Under this, you will find that these people, who are going through life, and who are maybe someone has satisfied their physiological need, but then their career needs are fulfilled in the life, beyond 40 or 50 years of age. Now what's happening? What's happening in this is, there's a lot of societal pressure that is coming. There's a lot of societal pressure that is coming, which is leading to self-defeating behavior. Other than that, what is happening is, apart from societal pressure, the environment is not at all supportive. Fine. Other than that, there are people who create their own, ideal self. So what is happening is that there is a huge gap between the original self and the ideal self. So difference between the ideal self and yourself. Then there is too much of expectations from your own self. So what is happening is that there is expectations which is killing the person from inside. Fine. So ideal self, expectations, environment, then societal pressure, etc. So because of this, what is happening is that there's a lot of thing which creates in a person's mind. So here you also find that there is a fear of failure. Right. So fear of failure is also there. Now all this is leading to what? Self-defeating behavior. Definitely you can add on more to this. You can write about other perspectives also. This is something which I feel I would have approached the question with. You can go ahead with any of those. Fine. Thank you so much. In the next video, I'll be coming with another real questions with respect to personality. Thank you so much.